Before we get into this video, about 80% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed, so get your life together and hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Thank you to the ones that are subscribed. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, for today's video, we're going to talk about Nolan Arenado and why he should request a trade this offseason and why it is best for the team and Nolan Arenado. So yeah, nothing more to be said. Let's go ahead and get into this video. So, the Rockies have had 6 years. He came up in 2014 to put the right pieces around Arenado, but they just cannot. The Rockies started the season well in 2020, but they fell off very quickly. I think Arenado must request a trade this offseason. One reason is the fact that the Rockies are not going anywhere in that tough division. Last offseason, there were some rumors about Arenado wanting out of Colorado last offseason, but that did not happen, obviously. There was a reported trade Bryant for Arenado, but that did not end up happening. He can opt out of his current contract after the 2021 MLB season. His current contract is 8 years, $260 million, which is a lot of money. Best third baseman in baseball. I don't think there's... Matt Chapman could have made an argument, but he was injured, and who knows how he'll come back after injuries. There are 3 main reasons why Arenado should request a trade. The first one is the fact that the Rockies have had 6 years to put the pieces around him. Like, they've had a long time to put pieces around him to win a World Series. Now, I know it's tough to do that in a tough NL West. They have made the wild card 2 times since Arenado has been in the majors. The second reason is because of the Coors effect. Like, people are always saying that the Coors effect is that's the only reason why he's good is because of the Coors effect. And I strongly disagree. He's still a good hitter on the road. The third is Colorado is not a place where big free agents are coming. Their best players have came from the minor league system. They do not really do anything in free agency. Their biggest signing of the last 5 years is Daniel Murphy. Now let's look at what the Rockies would look for back in a trade. First is they'd want pitching from the other team in a Arenado trade. That has been their main holdback when they have had Arenado. And, Colorado is kind of where pitchers' careers go on a downturn. That's why a lot of their starting pitchers have came up in their minor league system, and a lot of their players, period, have came up in their minor league system. Second would be a replacement third baseman, and third is a first baseman. They have struggled at first base for a long time. They thought Daniel Murphy would be great at third base. After his 2014-2015 seasons, maybe you could think that, but after that he's just kind of not been great. And they were really sadly mistaken when they thought Daniel Murphy was going to be a good first baseman. They also badly need a catcher. Tony Walters is not getting it done. He is really, really bad. He can't hit worth a crap. He can field okay, but he's terrible. So yeah, those are the main things they would they would want back in a trade. Another problem is the fact that they will most likely not sign Trevor Story after the 2021 MLB season. There have been some rumors about Story being traded, but I feel like that is unlikely. And the reason I do think it is unlikely is because he's only got 1 more year on the contract. And if I'm being honest, I don't think Nolan Arenado gets moved this offseason, but I think it could benefit. I think it will benefit the team and Nolan Arenado if he is traded this offseason. And I just don't see a Trevor Story trade happening. I think a Trevor Story trade is even more likely if Nolan Arenado is moved this offseason. And I say that because Trevor Story would be their main building piece if Nolan Arenado was traded. There was a report that came out about a week ago that the Dodgers are interested in Nolan Arenado, and they have a good package. But the risky thing is trading in division. I think the Braves have the best package, and if he goes to the Braves, I do not think he will opt out. And he could very well opt out with the Rockies. I don't think it makes a ton of sense, but maybe he does. The Braves have the best package, and or last season there were some rumors about the Cardinals, and that package is, I would say, least likely. Another team is the Rangers, who have needed a third baseman since Beltre retired a few years ago. Beltre was obviously really good for them, but they've really needed a third baseman. Last offseason, there were some rumors that the Rockies were open to trading Arenado. He also said last offseason, he said these exact words: "If you do not want me to be here, then get rid of me or get players to win now." And I actually think this is great for Arenado to speak out what he thinks. Um, and he's the best third baseman in all of baseball, in my opinion. And there is no reason he should be on a stuck in the middle team. That's what the Rockies are. That's what I would best define them as: a team that is stuck in the middle. And I mean, why do you want to be on a stuck in the middle team? Yes, they have good pieces like Trevor Story, Charlie Blackmon, and they have a pretty good farm system too. It's just Brendan Rodgers was supposed to be this next great prospect. He's been frankly terrible since he came up, and I could have told you that multiple years ago that he was going to be a bust. He never hit that well, in my opinion. He played a decent field. He never really showed star potential, in my opinion. Like, yes, he played decent in the minor leagues, but he was nothing special. Um, this is another player like Mike Trout that's talents are being wasted by his current team. I want to see Arenado on a winning team, and I think all baseball fans want to see that. The GM of the Rockies had one job to get the right pieces around Arenado and have miserably failed, in my opinion. Yes, Trevor Story's good. Yes, Charlie Blackmon's good. But their pitching is absolutely terrible. I don't know who would want any of that pitching on a team. That pitching's terrible. Daniel Bard was about the only good pitcher for them in 2020. Yes, they started off the season hot, but that was an absolute fluke. Yeah. They do nothing in free agency and fail to do anything besides getting to the wild card. And Nolan Arenado has a ton of value, and they can get great pieces back for Arenado. I mean, I think even though a catcher, first baseman, third baseman, and pitching may seem unrealistic, I think it could happen. Um, I really do think it could happen because he's going to get a lot, especially if a team knows that he's going to come there and he's going to opt into that contract after the 2021 MLB season. And I think it makes no sense for him to go to the Rangers, personally. I don't see that happening. And even though the Rangers could offer a pretty good package, the Rangers just are not a winning team. Like, he's going to an even worse team right now. He could stay in Colorado and be better, literally. The Rockies aren't going anywhere in this division with the Padres and Dodgers in that division, which both are going to be good teams for the future and now. The Giants, who knows, they could be good. I really just don't see them competing that much. And Nolan Arenado needs to request a trade from Colorado right now, immediately. He needs to get out of there. He needs to get out of this stuck in the middle team. I'm sick of seeing him in a Colorado jersey on this mediocre team. I'm sick of it. And I think all baseball fans are. We want to see players like Mike Trout, Nolan Arenado, players like that on a winning team. Now, I know this kind of sucks for the smaller market teams that their star players leave, but it happens. And for the best of the Rockies and for Nolan Arenado's career, I think it is best that he gets traded this offseason. And if he doesn't, it's a big failure by the GM, by Nolan Arenado, for not requesting the trade. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. 80% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So get your life together and hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon.